So, first thing we'll do when we say we set up, make sure the club goes down first. That's the information we know to be correct. The club goes behind the ball. That's the obvious thing, I suppose, but get the club face behind the ball. From there, once the club is set, the second thing then we're going to do is going to sort of set the club, gripping it with our hand as we tilt forward, and they're going to grip pressure, I think secure but loose, okay? If we feel we're squeezing it tighter and tighter and tighter, okay, either the club's in the wrong position and you're having to, the club is moving more than it should do possibly, and you're having to grip it tighter, or just a slight miss it and stuff and the club's going to twist anyway. So you can't help the club twisting if you miss it. It's the fact it's always going to twist. Unless you've got a bionic hand, if you catch off the toe of the club or the heel, the club is going to twist. So you'll get that sensation through the hands anyway. So getting the club there where you've got it's absolutely fine. You've got it in the fingers there nicely. Two knuckles you can see.
Is that okay?
Yeah, it's absolutely fine. Yeah, you've got two knuckles there. Your left hand you can just about see at the top here now. And your right hand there could go possibly a little bit more over the top, but marginally, okay? So when I say more over the top, you'd have it a little bit more from, rather than being here, it would just sit a little bit more in the pad of the fingers, and your right hand would just sit a little bit more on top there. So you can see what you would ideally get is your left thumb would be fully covered by your right thumb, okay? We just about see a bit at the top of that left thumb, but not much. We're talking marginal, and that's some of the reasons why your club comes back just a little bit close. Now we're talking moving it from there to there, not smothering it over, but again, not smothering the right shoulder either. It's just basically dropping it down in the fingers. So rather than sitting there in your fingers, it's a bit lower down in the fingers, but we're talking inch or so. That's better, yes. A bit more, that thumb's a bit more on top. You tend to have a little bit round there.
Right.
So when it comes back into here, the club face now will just close a little bit, which is why some of your good shots are just going a little bit right to left. So that's the only sort of setup just to be careful of. Other than that, say setup wise is fine. Ball position we said is going to be just left to centre, which is where you've got it. Anything off the ground, we want the club to be coming down to strike it, and that's what gets the ball up in the air, not you trying to sort of lean back or lift it. The only change of ball position would be a driver, which will go towards the left heel, but the ball's on a T-peg, so you want to be striking the ball on the way up, okay? But then swing-wise, once you're set up as you are in a good position, the angle of your spine's now good. As you go back to the top of the back, so making a nice full shoulder turn, left foot's not lifting as much as it was before, which is great. The thing is now, from here, do not keep your head down, okay? Don't try to get down under the ball. From here, let the whole right side and the body twist through, okay? This right side now, right leg, right knee, right foot and everything, all chasing to target. So when you finish the swing, everything now then is on that left side, this is up on its toe, and your weight now is on that left foot, okay? Your bad shots, generally, you keep your head down too long. The club then bottoms out a bit early, so when it comes to the golf ball, it's now starting to rise up a little bit, and then this foot, when you finish, ends up falling back on the palm, on the sole of its foot, to try and rebalance yourself. So if you find when you're swinging the club, when you're either losing balance or going back onto your right foot, your body hasn't moved enough, and what's happened is your arms are just dragged around, and your body's then trying to play catch up. And because your body's now not dictating its own movement, it's the arms dictating the body movement, it's all a bit of a wobble and sort of losing control. When you turn through more efficiently with the body, you're in more balance that way. Okay, much more sort of...
So every club I should be doing the same?
Ideally, yeah. For all full shots. Obviously, shorter shots will be a slight variation to that, but nothing really changes, okay? But for all full shots, you're looking to try and get in that full thing. I say, it is the most common bit of advice golfers get told. Keep your head down, and it's the worst thing you can try and do.
I don't think I do this with my irons. I tend to...
Yeah, I think your irons would be, yeah. Because I think when you've got the irons, you're not worried about getting the ball up in the air, because you do correctly anyway. It's just on some of the longer clubs, a bit less loft maybe, you get the odd miss. And again, the miss hit shot, the instinct is everyone does. I mean, again, you want to do bad shots, lift him ahead. And that is it's like the go-to thing, or like the clutch plank everyone sort of goes to. We hear it. It's been years and years and years. Golfers, keep your head down, keep your head down, keep your head down. Oh, you lifted your head, okay. And what we sometimes see is people keep their head so fixated down, the body will start rising up because they can't twist at all. The body's got to go somewhere. So they've got to rotate or rise up. So the more the head goes down, people then see the head maybe bobbing up and down. Then tell someone keep your head down. It's physically impossible. So keeping your head up, let your body rotate. Okay. The angle in your spine that we said at address creates the angle to hit the ground. If the spine angle was poor, which you haven't got now, but when your first few lessons were a bit hunched and a bit rounded, reaching the ground was an issue. Now you can reach the ground. Your head moving independently doesn't change where the club comes back to the golf ball. So looking for the ball too quickly isn't going to affect your strike necessarily. And again, at the speed you're swinging it, you're not going to see the ball. So don't try and look at the ball and sit, because if you think about it, if you're trying to stay down here at impact there, looking at the ball there, 10.77, and you're finishing the swing at 11.18, your head's going to be down here, so when the club's up here, it's gone. So you've got a lot of stress on your back and your neck and all the other parts of the body, okay? So don't keep your head down, let the head follow the club and everything else through it, and get that way onto the left side. Okay?
Yeah.
Good stuff. I say, with